This is the loadout video for... Which one is this? Story mode Burning Shores. Yeah. So let's start with the settings. Well, this is story mode, of course. Maybe you have it like here. I have it on custom because everything is in story mode. Enemy health story mode, but the damage to Aloy I change it to easy, and I do that because that allows me to get into the low health state, which I use in this run as well, just like in ultra hard mode. It allows me to get into the low health state using 2 of these bombs. Sorry, not these ones, these ones. Yeah, use 2 of this, and I got below 50% health, and give me the lower health damage boost. By the rules in speedrun.com, you are allowed to change the difficulty in the middle of the run. I mean, technically speaking, you could even set the difficulty to ultra hard and submit it as story mode, because there's no like limitations in the difficulty you play in story mode. You don't even have to show the difficulty settings at the start of the run, because as I said, you are allowed to play in any difficulty you want and even change it in the middle of the run. So that's why I have it in damage to Aloy easy. Low health state, that's the main reason. And the other settings that are important here are the, let me see, weapon wheel slowdown. I have it in none, of course, and that allows us to, you know, open the weapon wheel and keep running without wasting time, like this. Yeah, because in the default settings, when you access your weapon wheel, times slow down, you get in the slow mo, and of course that makes everything run slower, yes, but it makes you waste time as well, so we don't use that. The other thing that we set up is the no pickup animations, and that allows us to pick up resources without the animation, like this. See? Just pick things up, but we don't get the animation when Aloy actually picks things up. So that's really useful when you want to pick things real quick, especially in the Horus fight. Well, maybe in story mode it's not that useful, but in ultra hard definitely is. I got auto shield wing off. That's personal preference, but I like to activate it by myself. A lot of people turn this off. Showed headpiece. That removes the headpiece of the outfit, but I like it. I like it on. Again, personal preference. See? Another one that is important is standby screen mode. You have to put it in immediate, because if you have it in the file setup, you have to press. I don't even remember what button you have to press to get out from the loading screen. And if you set it to immediate, it will just automatically start the game after it loads. So it's very useful. And I think that's it for the settings. Let's move on to weapons. The weapons I use, Sun Scorch, of course. We use that to freeze machines. It allows you to deal more damage. Basically, frozen machines are weaker, in simple terms. I use 5 elite frost coils on it. As it says, increases the frost damage and severity by 50%. And the chances for enemies to instantly enter the braille state by 5%, so it's really useful. We use 5 of them because the effects and the increases in the percentage of the chances add up, so it's better to have more of them. I have 5. Elite Frost, sorry, on my Sun Scourge. Then we have the last argument. We use this for the monkeys to, you know, place explosive spikes. And instead of waiting for them, we place traps with this spike thrower. So when they spawn, we insta kill them and don't waste time waiting for them. I got 5 explosive damage. Coils on it, 12%. Just increases the explosive damage, basically. I use this hunter bow called Tears Over the Land God. And it's just a hunter bow. Nothing special about it. I have 5 elite overdraw coils on it. That's because it increases the reload and draw speed by 25%. The 5 of them are legendary. We use that because we want to be quick with this bow. That's basically it. This is a bow that we use to kill most of the machines in story mode, because machines in story mode are really weak. And what we have to prioritize is speed. In story mode, everything is about speed. So I add these elite overdraw coils on it to increase the speed of the bow, to reload faster and to shoot faster. We have Wings of the Ten. It's a blastling. We basically use this one to get into the low health state. That's the main purpose of this. I don't remember, but I think not many people use it in story mode. I use it because my strats are a little bit different than the rest of the runners. So yeah, this is basically to enter into low health state, as I just showed. And the coils are 5 explosive damage coils, 12%, to get the exact amount we need to get into the low health state with 2 shots of this blastling. I use the Spectre Gauntlet for the final fight with Londra. I use it to get the 5, I think there are 5 final coils you have to destroy, and with this you can destroy them with just 1 shot, 5 at the same time. It's basically, we use it to destroy several components at a time. We use this both in ultra hard and story mode. And this is the battle horse of the weapons we use. It's called Iris Downfall. It's a sharp show bow, so it's naturally slower than the hunter's bow, but it's more powerful. So we use this to basically one-shot powerful machines like the frog at the tower and the slaughter spine at the Pangea Park. Actually, it's the strongest bow in the game nowadays. The coils on it are the elite critical hits. Each one of these give us 15% plus critical hit chance and damage. In other words, it gives us plus 15% chances to get a critical hit, which is really useful, but also increases the damage by 50%. Each one of these. And as I said, the percentage add up, so that's why we have 5 of these. And yeah, that's basically it for the weapons. Okay, moving on with the weapon wheel. The skill shots I have on each one is first, Iris Downfall, I use Focus Shot. That adds extra power to the shots. For the Sun Scourge, I use Triple Notch, which allows me to increase the chances of get insta-freeze on a machine, because we basically shot 3 arrows at a time. For the last argument, Spike Thrower, I use a Spike Trap. As I explained before, that allows us to place explosive spike traps. For the Tears of the Land God, I use Triple Notch as well. It's just basically to increase the power of the shot. And for the Wings of the Ten, I use Sticky Bomb. And I use that for the Horus cooling system, where you have to place a sticky bomb to destroy the... I don't know what it is. Heatsink maybe? Maybe it's a heatsink, I don't remember what it is. I use it to destroy that instead of waiting for Seika to do it. Yeah, for the Spectre Gauntlet, We use the only skill shot that we got available, which is Designator. Moving on to tools, I use the Elite Vertical Shot Traps, 12 of them. And these are basically to loot resources when we run out of volatile sludge, because we just can carry 15 of those at a time. So we run out of volatile sludge very easily. So we use elite traps to harvest more. I use elite blast traps, and that's to harvest blast paste for explosive weapons like the spike thrower and the blastling. It also gives us volatile sludge, so we can harvest both at the same time with this one. But when I don't need explosive components, I just use the elite vertical trap. We have to be really careful when we harvest materials from this, because sometimes you can activate it by accident, just by walking or something. You can die from it. Probably not in the story mode, but you have to take care of that in ultra hard. Then we have the elite acid traps. I don't use this to harvest components because I have a special strat that I use at the Horus fight where I need these traps, so I use them for that. But for that strat, I only need, let me see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, I need 5 traps for that strat. So the rest of them I can use them for components, but I try not to use them because I reserve them for the final Horus fight. I use 2 overdraw potions. I don't remember if I use them in story mode. If I don't, I just will remove this part from the video. But overdraw potions basically increases our damage for overdraw shots, and overdraw shots are just shots that are fully loaded like this one. You see? There it is. That's an overdraw shot. And with this potion, basically we increase the damage of that kind of shot, which is basically when you fully charge your weapon and then release it. Then I get land and lake. This allows me to get some extra 2 points for low profile skill, which give us like extra stealth that we use at the node parts in Heaven Rest. Yeah, it's not a big difference, but it gives you like that little extra we need to stay hidden from the frogs at the nodes. It depends on the outfit you're using, if you need it or not. But in my strategy, I need it because the perks of my outfit are not enough to get me fully low profile, you know. We use mesa bread, and that's basically to increase the amount of rolls we can do before stumbling. Like we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See? 9 without stumbling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rolls, you know. So that gives us extra rolling basically, and we use that for the water wind parts and the final swim to the core of the Horus at the fight with Londra. I'm able to do 9 because my outfit in combination with the mesa bread. There's other food that can give you the same effect. I don't remember the name, but the other speedrunners use it instead of the mesa bread. It's the same. It does the same. So you can choose either of those. This one or the other one. I don't remember the name of the other one. Something called rainbow shit. I don't remember. Rainbow? Rainy? Something like that. I don't remember. But it's just the same. Fast travel packs. Well, I think I don't need to explain that. We use those to basically fast travel from any point in the map to campfires. Like this. Yeah, because you can fast travel for free in the campfires. But if you are away from one and you want to fast travel, well, that's what fast travel packs are for. Smoke bombs, we use that for the control nodes to access the set fight. We use them to avoid fighting and get the nodes quicker. Large stamina potions, of course. In the run, along the run, we use a lot of skill shots, and our stamina get drained really fast. And in some fights, like in the birds or probably the Horus fight, you will need them. And also at the caves, kill the monkeys, because you place a lot of traps, a lot of spike traps there, and this consumes a fair amount of stamina. So that's why we use this. My flying mount, my friend, sometimes drive me nuts. Sometimes I want to kill him. But it's really useful, of course. And yeah, a lot of this. A lot of medicine. Because, well, in the story mode you are basically unkillable. But they are coming handy on time to time. Got a lot of them. If you can see, I have like 30 of those. I don't remember the exact number of them, but got like 30. Moving on to outfit. I use Tanak Vanquisher. I don't change my outfit at all, especially in story mode, because in story mode you're basically unkillable, so you don't need to change the outfit. We use this outfit because of the low health Valor and the low health defense, which increase your defense when you are in a critical low health state, which is 25%, below 25%. Low health state is below 50%, and critical low health state is below 25%. The low health defense activates the critical health threshold, and the low health Valor and low health ranged activate at the low health state, which means they activate when you are under 50% health. That's why I use this to get into low health state, because it gives me exactly the amount of damage I need to get right below 50% health. And I compensate what I don't have in the outfit with the coils. The weaves. So I have a weapon stamina plus, increases the weapon stamina limit. And I use this elite traps weave, which increases the quick trapper skill, the trap limit, and the resilient trapper. Resilient trapper basically give us more resistance to damage from the traps we place. That's really useful for when you activate traps by accident. Trap limit, I need that because I need to place more than 3. I remember my limit is 3 or 4 traps. I don't remember exactly the amount. But if I don't have this coil, I'm not able to place 5 traps at the final fight with the Horus. And of course, the quick trapper increases the speed in which we're able to place traps. Like, this is not the quickest, but it's quick enough for me to place 5 traps in time at the Horus final fight. It's not the quickest you can place them. With the right outfits and the right weaves, you can get really quick at placing traps. But I don't need to be the quicker trap placer. I just need enough speed to place the 5 traps. So that helps me with that. And the looks of the outfit in story mode, I use, let me see, this one, Karya Blazon. The actual outfit I'm using is this one. This is just the looks. Doesn't have any effect on the gameplay. It's just the looks. So this is not the outfit I'm really using. Moving on to Valor searches. The first Valor search we use at the very beginning of the run, it's called Chain Burst. And what it does is basically letters chain damage, which means that part of the damage we deal to a machine chains from enemy to enemy. It's really useful to kill the machines faster at the beginning because we kill them in pairs. So yeah, we use that as well in the birds fight. And yeah, that's the chain burst. The other one we use is called Trap Specialist. It increases the damage of your traps. So I use it to increase the damage of my traps high enough to damage the Horus's heatsinks from its arms at the final Horus fight. This is a strategy that I haven't seen anybody using, and then it's not very common because it requires a very specific setup, including the outfit. I mean, you can set it up with the outfit, with weaves, or with food, because the main limitation that you might encounter trying to do this strat is the number of traps you have to place, which is 5. Now in my case, I use a weave to increase the amount of traps that I can place at the same time, but that means that you have to sacrifice one weave slot. Another approach is to use food instead of weaves, but the Valor search you choose, that has to be specific and is a trap specialist. Well, you will see that most of the runners use Radial Blast. It's a really good strat, but it's really hard to hit. This one is more consistent. Once you learn the right spots you have to place the traps. And it's because it's not a time sensitive strategy, you know? You don't have to be that precise. Just have to place the traps on time before the Horus's arms are in position. That's the only limit you have, but you don't have to be 100% precise. So that's why it's more reliable in general, and also it's more consistent. But again, you need a specific setup for it to work, and so that's why no one uses that strat. So I choose to sacrifice one of my wave slots, and use the elite trap coil on it. That allows me to place my 5 traps that I need, and also I sacrifice the old strat of the Radial Blast, and I change it for this one, the Trap Specialist. It's also well known that while you're activating a Valor Search, you get an animation of the Valor Search being used, and it lasts like for a couple of seconds, or 3 seconds or so. It's a relatively long animation. I mean, it's short, but it's relatively long. So in this case I use that animation to avoid the damage from the missiles from the Horus. Because while that animation is playing, you are in God mode basically. You can't receive any damage. You're basically unkillable at that point, and I use that in my advantage. It doesn't waste any time. It's the fastest approach I ever found. If you perform it correctly, you don't waste any time, any second. And it's really reliable. I learned that from a player called Oruga. I'm gonna be sure to leave the link to his video where I learned this strategy in the description of this one. But yeah, it's basically really robust. A really robust strategy. Yeah. That's it for the Valor searches. Nice. And I think that's it. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, it's because I use the same strat, almost the same strats in Ultra High and Story mode. My loadout is basically the same. So I don't know, I'm not pretty sure if I'm gonna do a different video for Ultra Hard. I have to check and edit this and see if there are any difference, but yeah, I tend to be consistent in the strategies I use both for Ultra Hard and Story mode, so there are not many changes if I can remember. But yeah, that's it. Good luck with your run. Bye.